first ever NECA fan appreciation event here at Yestercades. So in just a few minutes, we're going to get everyone that's here from Team NECA up, and we're going to pick up their brains, see what's going on. So if you have a question, we're going to kind of moderate it in a nice formal manner, you know, like you're in school. And afterwards, or maybe during, we'll give away a couple prizes with my little helpers over here. Say hi. Really weird, they're all running around screaming not more than 2 minutes ago. Now they're shy. No. Once again, we'd like to thank everyone for coming out, and let's go ahead and get things ready. I'll hand it over to Randy, and we'll rock and roll.
Hey everybody, you have a good time here at Yestercades today? This place is awesome, right? We come here all the time. It was the perfect place to host an event like this. I want to say thanks to Ken, who is the owner, and Fred, manager here, Gary, there it is, and their staff, the entire Southwest, Trio, Tim, everybody here is freaking awesome. I hope they took good care of you, and this is a great spot. If you live in the area, please come back. Celebrates everything that we're all about. The good old days, nostalgia, 80s video games, movies. Like I said, this place is awesome. Last summer, we filmed an episode of Toys That Made Us Season 3 in this location. Hopefully it will air sometime this year. I've been waiting. I need my royalties. I got mouths to feed. So let's see what happens with that. But thank you guys for coming out. I want to bring up a whole bunch of our team that hopefully you've met some of them throughout the day. But these guys are hiding, but I'm not doing this myself. So let's get Roger, John, Steve, Jeff, Tom, Trevor, Dave. Am I missing anybody? All right, and we have our lovely Vanna Whites in training. Those of you old enough to know Vanna White. We have Penelope, Ripley, and Lydia. And they're going to help give out some prizes to you guys. Move out of the way. I'm sure if anyone wants to score. You want to come up? Did I get anyone? Am I missing anyone?
Where's the heart and soul of the company, Stefan?
He's in China doing the Lord's work. Let's be honest right there. Special shout out to Stefan, our Canadian Chinese factory supervisor, who spends 33 weeks of his life in China trying to make sure they don't mess up all the hard work that all of these guys do for you. So, thank you guys for coming out. The turnout is amazing. Like, to see the amount of people that came to this, humbled, people that came as far as Texas, Chicago, Ohio, Massachusetts, like, give it up where? Connecticut. That's a long drive too. I'm going to give up your weekend to come here for us. Kudos. So applause to you guys. That's Tennessee. You drove in last night. This guy flew in from LAX last night. Got here at 7:30 this morning. Hasn't slept right to it. So, and he's the sculptor behind all of our turtle stuff. The movie turtles, cartoon turtles. So, standing ovation. You didn't get that at DC. Alright, so before we do Q&A, which is an important part of this, if you don't know, I'm Randy Falk, I'm Director of Product Development for NECA. I'm really good friends with Ken and with Fred, and that's how this event came to be. They wanted to do something fun. We like to give back to the fans. This was not like a retail or a cash thing. That's why we're not selling anything. We wanted to just hang out. All you Twitter and Instagram guys get to meet each other face to face. We play games together. You got to see Tom sculpting a dolphin, which was good. So it's just about hanging out, celebrating what we all love, and what we're lucky enough to do. So I want to introduce everyone up here to you guys and give you a little bit about like what they do. And then we'll open up for Q&A, and obviously direct your questions to the appropriate party, because I talk enough, you don't need to hear me. So Jeff Trapp, right here, he's one of our lead painters. He also is the designer on the Toony Terrors, which people are really loving. Trevor, I mentioned Ninja Turtles. He's done a bunch of Batman stuff for us, some Alien. We lost him for a little while, but I lured him back with my charm and good looks, so he's back in the fold. Sarah, she does a lot of her clothing on her clothes fingers. Sean Wardell, he does all our paint supervision, does as much painting as Jeff, and then has to manage the Chinese to making sure they paint the stuff correctly at the factory, which is no easy task. Steven up front does our product photography and all our quality control photos as well, so everything. Dave Silva, he does almost everything in our Godzilla line, Pacific Rim, a ton of Alien and Predator, a lot of design work, and he also has his own toy line of dinosaurs. And we call it the wrong name on purpose all the time. We call it Dave's Dinos, but it's really Beast of the Mesozoic, which I'm going to say wrong, but Dave Silva. We got Matt Holt, who helps us out painting and buying all my old toys. Roger Fernandez in the back, who does fabricating and 3D fabrication, design, printing. So, and last but not least, from the Southern Threat from down under, Thomas Quinn out here from Tennessee. Filled out last night. He's a jack of all trades, sculptor, fabricator. He does a lot of our costuming and tailoring too. He pretty much does everything. He's a Renaissance man. All right, so let's open it up. See what you guys want to find out and ask away. I'll pass the mic around to whoever needs it. State your questions. We'll give away some prizes for asking questions and for furthest travel. And you know, if you got a cute little kid out here, we'll give them a prize too. So let's go. Right here, red shirt.
Do you have any plans to make any stuff for The Shining or any other TV stuff? Come on here, sir! Thank you. Monster Squad!
So this question was, do we have any plans to do anything from The Shining? So they don't have likeness rights from The Shining, which has always been a problem. Otherwise, there'd be Jack Torrance stuff out there already. The only stuff out there is like pops, and that's because they don't look like anybody, so they can do whatever they want. There is a sequel or prequel or something coming for The Shining, Dr. Sleep or something like that.
Yes.
So I think they're licensing that, but we are not involved in it yet. But if someday that changes and we can do The Shining, it would be awesome to do for sure. Next, right here.
Any future plans for Killer Clowns from Outer Space figures?
No, Killer Clowns is a little, I mean, it'd be fun, but with Pennywise, we got enough clowns right now, and Halloween before that, so, and our friends in Long Island, the guys at Amok Time have their own Monstars.
Yeah.
Maybe the Killer Clowns, so we're letting them, you know, they're doing a good job, let them have their fun with that.
Possible Burtonverse stuff? More Burtonverse? Anyone?
No, unfortunately, no. The DC licensing is it's a tough nut to crack. We have the stuff coming for San Diego this summer from DC vs. Dark Horse, but we can't do anything else. Star Wars shirt right there.
Do you have any of the exclusive New York Comic Con this year?
Okay, so everyone's still wrapped up in San Diego because that's just a few weeks away, and we have all of those exclusives we have on display here today. But we do have more for New York. In October, there will be a regular version of Batman versus the Joker Alien, and there will be a Green Lantern versus Sinestro Corps Predator, which no one has seen yet. And we'll show those guys to you soon if they're really awesome. You gotta just wait a little bit. We gotta get through San Diego before we start thinking about New York. Right there. Other Mother. I don't think there's any plans for Other Mother. The guy who manages the Leica stuff, Jimmy, he was supposed to be here, but I think there was a turkey incident, something happened. He couldn't make it in. But I don't know, I'm sorry. That one's not me. But hit us up on Twitter or Instagram, we'll find out for you.
Johnny 5, sure sir.
What's up?
Johnny 5.
Johnny 5? Maybe someday, but for right now, can you just use Wally? It's pretty close.
You mentioned before when you released the Captain Spaulding cloth figure about doing a baby and Otis. Are you still ever happening with that?
Yeah, we might still do that. We have started working on it, but then Rob got busy making the Free From Hell movie, so I kind of put it on hold. But we were thinking about doing Otis and Baby in a 2-pack, going back to the Porky's movie when he has the red gown and the skull makeup. So it might happen, but like Rob's focus has been on 3 from Hell and getting that shot and out there. So we probably will revisit it. Spalding's done really well and Rob's fun to work with, but nothing in the immediate future. I think it was the one from Pete Liquor. Red shirt.
Any chance we'd still get like a King Ghidorah from King of Monsters?
No chance for that one. It's just too big. Like we knew from the start it would cost over $150. And with Toys R Us going away, we have to only make and sell what we can get into Target, and we can't get that figure into Target. So, it's not happening. People think I've been lying all along, but I'm really telling you the truth. There's no King Ghidorah.
Slam machines, what happened?
Okay, so those of you who may or may not know, a couple years ago we tried to launch a vehicle line because there's tons of figures, everyone does figures, but no one does vehicles. So we did a line called Cinema Machines that Tom helped a lot with, doing the designs and art directing, the modeling of that stuff. We prototyped about 10 or 12, and about half of them saw release. The sales just weren't there. People buy figures all day long, they don't buy vehicles. You're one of the only ones. Along with the 5 guys who bought apes too. But I mean, we'd like to do it. There's certain ones we might try to get out still. We have all the prototypes. It just did not sell well enough to keep going, unfortunately. Up front here.
When will you guys make more King Like every movie?
There are no King Ghidorahs. But we will make you more Godzillas. And I saw you eyeing up a Godzilla before that we're going to let you have. Is that movie poster one over there? Penelope? You want to give that one to a little boy? That's the brand new movie poster Godzilla. In Target now. Shameless plug. You're welcome. See, kids get toys.
Your Spectre set, will it be available at NECA or anywhere else?
That's a good question. And a little bit of a loaded one.
Adding to cart.
It wouldn't load. I know the stuff was really popular, which is awesome, and it sold out fast, but so I can't confirm anything officially, but we do try to get everything into as many collectors' hands as possible, so there is a good chance we will get those figures back out individually next year, as long as you can wait 6 to 8 months for that to happen. And there'll be some subtle changes, like Splinter's a little beat up in the capture set. He's got the shackles and the chains and stuff. So if we re-release him alone, he won't be chained and shackled because it's like a bondage fantasy with a rat, which just doesn't work. It works in that set because you have the foot plan and shredder. Can't even speak. But yeah, we'll try to do something for GameStop or Target or someone in the future. But for right now, it's just San Diego. 6 to 8 months from now, look for another opportunity. The glasses?
Yeah, thanks. I had a question for the sculptors, if
Okay, yes,
possible.
please.
Thanks. Anybody in general. So I guess my question is, when you get an assignment for a new sculpt, what is your process and how do you approach getting the likeness of the characters?
Well, depending on what the project is, we usually go about gathering as much reference as possible. If it's a human, then we want to have as many angles of the face as possible. I mostly work on creature-y stuff, so I'm always going through as many processes as possible to get as much information as I can. And after a certain point, at least as far as what I do, and we all might have a different way of doing it, I like to scale it to the size that it's going to be sculpted at, and then print out a side view. And then what I'll do is I'll start laying the clay on top of the side view, like physically on top, so I get the proportions right. And then I'll start building out the other way after that. So that helps me with the proportion aspect, which is a really easy thing to mess up because it's easy to get caught up in all the details. But if you don't have the good foundation and I have all the proportions correct, then the details don't really matter at that point. So there's a process.
I do the same
Any early talks for like Bill and Ted Face the Music or anything like that?
I'm definitely interested.
Who did Bill and Ted?
We did outfits, right? We did the outfits, and Jason did the heads, and I forget, you did the guitars? Anthony? You get credit for it anyway, so what's the difference? Yeah, so it was a team effort.
Any like early idea, just you know?
Yeah, I'm interested. They start filming this summer. I've been talking to the licensing people, but nothing's happening yet. We want to see some art and see what they look like. Keanu's awesome, John Wick. His voice points and short stories, great. So, we want to do, but nothing yet. But I'm on board. I love the whole franchise.
So like from past and present, what is your dream license like right now to get?
I get asked this a lot, and I always fall back on the same answer because it's just not going to happen. I think a lot of us feel the same way, and that's classic Nintendo. So Nintendo only ever thinks about Mario. That's all they ever do. But I'd like to go back and do like Punch-Out, Last Joe, and Don Flamenco, and all that kind of stuff, and do like Nintendo's Pro Wrestling, do Samus from Metroid. I'd love just a kick-ass collector Nintendo line, and there isn't one. But they only think about little kids and Mario, and they don't think about collectors. So that's what it is. This young lady right here.
What's the next alien-themed action figure that you're gonna come out with?
I'll let Dave talk about that.
Oh my!
It's an awesome figure, but a touchy subject amongst the studio.
We'll show it in San Diego.
Okay, so it hasn't been announced yet, but the next one would be the Rhino Alien. And it's a completely new sculpt. In size, it's somewhere in between a standard alien and a queen. So it's a pretty nice sized alien, and it's like nothing we've done before. So that's the next one.
Yeah, you're gonna like it. It's really big and scary and cool, and we'll show it to you in San Diego in about 3.5 weeks or something. Yeah.
When you lose a license, is there a chance of you getting it back?
Yeah, because we usually don't lose them for like nefarious reasons or trouble. Generally, we sign a license for 2 or 3 years, so it's a predetermined amount of time. If we renew, it usually means the license is selling well, and we want to keep doing it. Like Alien and Predator, we've been doing for almost a decade. If the license doesn't perform well or isn't selling great, then we kind of just let the rights go, and then someone else takes it over, or not. But there's always a chance. Like here's a perfect example. We've got Trick or Treat, Sam. We have it coming back out. New versions, Ultimate, super articulated, a whole bunch of heads and stuff, and then we have a closed version. But that's like a brand new figure, and we had the license years ago, and then had about 5 or 6 years without it, and now we have it back.
What was that accessory that you teased that last Friday?
That was Anthony's. Too bad he's not here. Everyone does something. That is a future Turtles weapon from the cartoon.
Baxter's
No, was it part of you? Is that what? What's it even called? Here, you talk.
Yeah, it's an accessory from. It's a very specific one from one of the episodes. I think it's called the Muta Shooter, and Shredder and Rocksteady use it in the episode. Donatello gets it at one point, and maybe he reprograms it. I don't know. Yeah, for the powers of good. Yeah, I think it might be in the Punk Frog episode. I've watched so many Ninja Turtles cartoons in the last couple months. But yeah, it's from the Ninja Turtles cartoon. So that'll be coming out with like it'll be in a villain pack, I guess, later this year, next year, maybe? Early next year. Yeah, it's the Muta Shooter.
my memory is correct. You drove all the way out here from Chicago last night. Is that accurate? So have you come up here? Because there are people here from further. We'll talk about that. But this guy drove out here from Chicago, got here around midnight last night. And since you drove, and I know it won't be a problem on a plane, we're going to give you one of these big dioramas. Thank you. We'll take a quick pause from the Q&A just to see. I know I met some people today, a few different people who did not come together, but both come from Texas. So where are our Texas fans that are here? This gentleman right here is here with his wife. We spoke earlier, Austin. Is that correct? That was really fun. So, and he has an amazing alien and predator diorama thing set up. So we're gonna do some prizes for those guys back there. Let the kids bring those out. Lydia, Ripley, you want to go give them some prizes? Give them some of the AVP arcade stuff. We're coming all the way from the great state of Texas. And then this gentleman up front here, Houston. So we got Austin and Houston. So can you take one of these back on the plane? Figure it out. Figure it out. That's commitment. So thank you guys. We appreciate it. We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have a paycheck if it wasn't for you guys buying what we make. So. Anyone from further than Texas or Chicago? Down the road. Down the road is not. But no, that's pretty awesome. Thank you guys. It means a lot. Michigan? That's pretty far.
Oh, yeah.
And your son was the guy who's all in the Jason and stuff, right? Grab him one of the NES Jasons, please. You guys want it? These guys came out from Michigan, and his son's a huge Jason fan. He showed me some pictures of his collection. It's pretty fantastic. So we appreciate you guys making the trek out here.
Thank you.
Alright, let's open it back up to some more questions. We covered geography. Go to Casey Jones over here on the far left.
It's hard. Do they ever have a pre-order?
Unfortunately, pre-orders at this time aren't possible because of the way the system is set up with Target, and that we control and merchandise that area ourselves. It's not Target bringing the stuff in, which is why it's not on .com, and it's not managed by the Target buyer like the way they buy other goods. We own that space in the entertainment section, and then merchandise it and inventory it ourselves. In August, it'll be a year since that started. It's going well, and it's expanding, so hopefully there will be more in the future, and we can get some of it online and improve. It is growing pains. We're grateful that someone filled that void that Toys R Us left. We're in a lot more locations. We started at about 40 times around the stores that Toys R Us did. But there's definitely some growing pains there that we're looking to improve upon. Ashley?
Can you elaborate what's going on with Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street? Is there going to be a problem with in-development stuff getting released? It's all loud. Yeah, that's like...
Yeah, there's a problem, but it affects everyone, not just us. It just affects the licensing in general. Because of the way copyright law works, especially in the case of Friday the 13th, the guy who wrote the original story, treatment for the script, a gentleman by the name of Victor Miller, he got his rights back the end of last year or early this year, and that caused like the video game, downloadable content, everything that we're doing to come to a halt. And it's now happening to all of us that do consumer products, whether it's figures, shirts, games, pops. No one can do anything new until they settle that dispute over who owns what rights. And Elm Street is probably facing the same thing in the near future. There won't be new products for a while. We have some stuff in the pipeline that's still coming out. We have a lot of it on display here for you guys today. There's going to be a little bit of a lull in Fred and Jason product for a while. You get over on this side.
You guys do mostly like what's based on the actual movie or TV show. This is a question for everyone. If you had a chance to do
a cartoon version of Master Tatsu or just any kind of random. Like I would just make as many Ninja Turtles as I could.
Somebody online does these caricatures of women playing like Jason and like a female version of slashers and horror icons. I think that would be kind of cool to do something like that. I don't think it's possible, but it seems pretty cool.
This is something that we talked about at work plenty of times. How cool would it be if we did our own take on Masters of the Universe? That's something that came about from looking at the stuff Sideshow was doing. It's like, well, they're doing their own take on it. How cool would it be if we did a NECA thing with it, you know? So I think that's the one that's been talked about the most at work. Yeah, that's definitely what I would want to do.
Fucking Empire State.
Dave was saying with Masters definitely monsters. Anything with monsters?
Like Universal.
Anything, yeah. Our take on it?
I've seen like there's like I have a briefly like oversized proportion cartoon. There's so much of the exact reference. I like to see different interpretations.
Yeah. I think over the months, everybody likes them except for Dave.
I have to go with the classic. I go with Batman, the Rogues Gallery, I like the Star version of Killer Croc, Two-Face.
Oh yeah.
You see kind of a weird thing about television on the front stuff.
Dave and John, I'm with Masters of the Universe and anything monsters.
I'd like to see us let the team go wild and do something like underground kind of bootleg thing, like something like what Super 7's doing with famous Star Killer and the Worst and stuff like that. I'd love to see what we can do creatively. I know it's not a licensing, that's kind of what we do, but I would like to see what we can pull out.
Let's get to somewhere we haven't gotten. This gentleman right here.
How did you guys come to get the Godzilla license? Because it was really unexpected.
So that?
How did you guys come to get the Godzilla license? Because it came pretty suddenly, I remember.
Behind getting the Godzilla license? Honestly, for us, it was the success of Pacific Rim. Like, all the kaiju stuff was doing really well. We have a few people like Stefan, who we talked about, and Dave, who are huge fans. And after Pacific Rim, we looked at what they were doing for the sequel, and it didn't excite us the same way what Guillermo had done. And Godzilla just kind of fell into our laps at the same time with the 2014 movie. And then when this new film happened, with King of Monsters and the Monsterverse, we just did a new license deal with Toho directly. And then we were able to do stuff like Mothra and Rodan, which hopefully you saw earlier. So, and there's more. He does all of them. So we'll show at least one new one in San Diego. And what's up? No Kong yet. So we're trying to work that out, especially because the movie's coming. So hopefully that'll happen next year, but nothing yet. So maybe in the future. So maybe.
Ace Ventura, he did a great job. Is there any chance we get a Wayne's World or some of those comedies?
We'll see. So comedy is a tough thing. Like, it doesn't sell like horror or sci-fi, but you can tell experimenting with it, like doing stuff out of left field. We did Bill and Ted. We did Ace Ventura this year. We're doing a second Ace Ventura. If you didn't know, it's like I mentioned, he script like a dolphin. That dolphin goes with Ace version 2. That's Snowflake. Yeah. So we did Bill and Ted. We did Elf. So we tried some comedy stuff, and then a lot of you guys, or at least a lot of the Facebook guys, were like, "Why are they doing Golden Girls?" Golden Girls sold out immediately. We don't have any left. So that's why we did Golden Girls. So we are trying to do more stuff like that. And so it's not always like monsters and Michael Myers and everything. Like, it's going to be diverse. So then you might buy something and buy something for your mom or your sister or somebody else, you know. So we're always looking to expand. Yeah, Jeff's big dream line right here, Murder, She Wrote. Not kidding. Jessica Fletcher's biggest fan right here.
Licensing for Godzilla with Mothra and we get other versions of them.
Other versions of the other characters, like it's under the new deal that is possible. And we are looking at the 64, which is Mothra versus Godzilla, and doing something from there. So yes, it does open up the territory. Before, when we had 14, we could only do Godzilla. The license was that specific. But with the new one, we can do the other characters in the monster. Maybe, but the contract, like literally it's a contract that kind of tells you what you can and can't do. And there's a lot of stuff we wanted to do, like kind of Barbera versions and comic book versions that they won't let us do. But there is more, so it's a little bit more open than it was before. It's got alien shirt.
Are there any further plans for more dioramas?
More dioramas? Yes, we are working on more dioramas now. Actually, Trevor is working on something really cool. And if all goes according to plan, it will interact with one of our current dioramas. And we have an alien corridor diorama in the works that I spoke to you about earlier. So dioramas is interesting. No one really does dioramas or play sets anymore. They're too big, too expensive. Retailers don't want them. But we've made a few and they've worked. We have the street scene one. We've just seen a couple of different releases. Dioramas, there are more coming. Alien Corridor with strobe light next year. And we're working on some other stuff too, so you have to stay tuned. But we are doing more dioramas.